Fourshade Studios podcast episode number something. What's your
Episode number 24.
Woo! This episode sponsored by Kit Kat. Just kidding. I just like
Just
Kit
kidding.
Kat.
Don't sue us, please.
yes.
Who are we?
I'm Blake Bodenhammer.
I'm Brock Ferguson.
I'm sitting across from Brock Ferguson, and across the internet is
Poe.
Poe. Devon
I'm-
died.
Yeah, she's sick. She couldn't be here today.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But honestly, I'm sick, so
Rest in R.I.P.
rest in piss.
pieces.
Oh.
Yep. Don't say that, please. All right. We got Ring Fit Adventure.
Yeah.
We,
Brock didn't, because he sucks.
because I do things without video games.
Right. So, I've got the box right here. So Friday, this showed up with a big glare on it. And inside, we've got the game.
That is a game.
And underneath, we've got two little things. Got a strap and the ring con.
I just want to point out that I think that this case is stupid because the game is only like the size of a DS game, and they had much smaller boxes.
I bet
It's
no
just
one
so
has talked
wasteful.
about that in the entire 4 years the Switch has been out.
Well, it's just so stupid. I don't know why they haven't changed it. I don't care if other people have said it. I want to say it.
Well, what if the game was like, the case was this small?
That would be tight. Less plastic.
You don't
Save
think
the
people
earth.
would lose that in 1 second?
I don't give a hoot.
Oh, yeah?
A hoot. Like the owl here.
Mhm.
I don't know. If you're that irresponsible, then don't get stuff.
As a game system that's aimed towards children.
Yeah. Children shouldn't be buying expensive stuff. Have the adults hang on to it. They won't lose it. Maybe.
Brock, what are your opinions on this?
I don't have any. That's it. I don't give a darn.
It's probably the best opinion to have. Oh, here's Devin. Welcome to the show.
Ready to
There's-
get fit, boy.
Oh, I see. So you tie the leg strap to the leg, and then you just put the ring around.
Yeah, this is just a collar. It's a
Yeah.
halo.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what?
So yeah, we got this. Put our little game cartridge in. And then like it went into a full like setup mode.
Mm-hmm.
Basically you put the left Joy-Con in here. Undo this thing. Put it around your left leg. While your Joy-Con is like slotted inside of this thing. And then you gotta tighten it.
You gotta tighten it a lot.
You
or
gotta
else-
really tighten it, yeah.
Like, I was losing circulation in my leg, but otherwise it was gonna slip off.
Yeah, because like I did it towards like on my thigh but closer to my kneecap, and it was just basically sliding down the entire time. So I had to like move it way up my thigh, tighten it like a ton. Basically, like you said, until the point of like losing circulation almost.
Yeah.
And then
And then you take this and you put your right Joy-Con right here.
yeah, you basically just slide it in. It's like
It's cool because you can like take your pulse on it. If you put your right thumb over the little sensor, it takes your pulse.
Yeah, so that's pretty neat.
And I did it wrong the first time, and I thought I had like heart problems.
Yeah,
Fun
if you don't
fact.
have your thumb on there like properly,
It gets really erratic.
it looks like you're having a heart attack.
But I really like the screen where it just shows that you have appropriately put your Joy-Cons into the right spots, because it's just like two floating, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's like this floating and then the leg strap floating, and I like to make them jiggle around.
So yeah, it's like weird because like to basically the A button to enter an input, you squeeze the ring together, and then to go back, like the B button, you pull it away.
And then to select things, you either turn it like you're driving a car, or you put it above your head, or you put it down.
Yeah, so it's like weird. It's like you want to go up, it's like this. Down is like this. Right, left.
So
A, B.
How many calories did you burn just going through the menu then?
Honestly, like the amount of times that you're in like a cutscene or just pressing A and going like this is like honestly probably a workout. Which, or you can press like you can. Let me see that. Since you have like a Joy-Con inside of here,
Yeah.
you can also just press like the A button here instead of squeezing to do the same thing.
But who does that?
Yeah.
You're trying to get fit.
So yeah.
Does squeezing press a button like on the Joy-Con? How does it recognize that? Like if you were to
That's
put the
what
Joy-Con in there,
I've been trying to figure that out, and I do not know.
It's probably just
Like,
like
if you
an
started at-
electrical signal.
you started up Pokemon Let's Go and start squeezing it, would it recognize it as an
Well,
A?
that's the weird thing because when I started the game up and put the Joy-Cons inside of the ring for the first time, it patched my Joy-Cons to some weird update or something. My Joy-Cons got updated.
Did it fix the drift?
I never had drift, so I don't know.
Dang it.
You got the best copy out there.
So I don't. It obviously did something to like update it to go with the ring, because the leg strap does nothing. It just sits in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea. I mean, the ring runs through whatever's holding the Joy-Con on the ring itself. So there must be something where it's like up in here, the ring, if it's just in neutral, it knows nothing is being pressed, but like if it feels any sort of tension or like, I really don't know, but
It's probably just like electrical signals, like trying to sense various inputs, like physical inputs.
sure.
I don't know, like.
I have no idea.
So it's magic, got it.
Yeah, I honestly would be very interested to like watch a video of someone like taking this apart and like figuring out what's going on.
The power of Reggie is inside of the ring.
Yes.
The
Reggie's
ringy.
body is ready.
The ringy.
The ringy.
Reggie.
So, yeah, interesting tech for sure. Once you start it up, it basically, you can choose from adventure, quick play, or custom. And no matter which one you start, it asks you basically who you're playing as, which is nice.
If you're a boy or a girl, or prefer not to answer.
Yep, ask your age,
Your weight.
weight.
And the type of difficulty you want to start at.
Yeah. So it's like I'm guessing your gender and your and your weight are for calories because
Right.
it tells you how many calories you've burned per workout. And then your age, it's kind of cool because once you actually get in there and play some workouts and actually do some exercises, um, you are put into a bracket based off your age. So
Okay.
on mine, it showed all of the people within my birth year, and we're like competing against each other basically. So
So you might actually, there's like competition to this, so you might actually
yeah,
have
well, and it's like
motivation to do better.
based off of however many the number of people in my age group is only and it's not like a group, it's only the year you were born. I only have like 250 people.
Huh.
That's the highest like ranking I've seen. So it'd be interesting to see like is that category gonna jump up like maybe during like the holiday season
Of course.
when like more families get this game or something, or I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
curious as to when it's gonna like really plateau, and it's interesting to kind of judge sales on that way also.
I would guess they just arbitrarily pick the number and are dividing everybody into groups of like 250 so that you don't like start the game and it says your number is 17,659.
Right.
Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it seemed like I want to say the first day there was only like 90 people, and the next day after that it was like 150, and I think today it was like 250. So I don't know if it's going to continue to do that or if there will be some sort of cutoff, like 1,000 or something.
Yeah, it might be higher, but I doubt it's
Yeah,
gonna show you like every.
yeah. So we'll see. I'll be number one day.
You're like close to the bottom.
What did you start at, right?
Well, that's the thing. You can't see the rankings until you at least complete one workout.
Okay.
So no matter what, you're during the workout, you're going to do some exercises, which is automatically going to put you into a category. If you haven't done the exercise, it just doesn't show up as a ranking yet.
Okay.
So that'll be definitely interesting to see what happens as we keep playing this.
Sorry, he's falling asleep and it's really funny.
He's a tired boy today. So yeah, I've done a little bit of everything so far. Devin and I both have played around with it.
Drago's a beefcake.
Yeah.
Drago.
The plot is, you know, as much of a plot as you would expect in this game.
Yeah.
Drago for Smash.
Honestly, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. You're just like, it starts out, you're in a field, you're standing in a field, and you're like, whoa, how did I get here? And then a ring is like, help free me because the world's in danger. So you do it, and then it's this dragon named Drago. He's like, haha, tricked you. Peace, I'm gonna go kill everyone. Well, not that. But it's implied.
He's gonna spread his dark aura.
Yeah. So basically, he's gonna kill everyone. And then the actual ring he was sealed in was like, "You're not from around here, are you? Of course you're not. Hee hee. Let's go defeat Drago with fitness."
Yeah.
It's basically like if an 8-year-old came up with a plot line. That's what it is. But that's okay. That's all it needs to be.
It's like somehow charming though. Like all the dialogue, I enjoy it for some
It's
reason.
so like
It's so cheesy that but it like also works at the same time.
it's really self-affirming too. It's like you're doing such a great job. Make sure you have some water in hand.
Yeah, it like says on one of the things. It's like make sure you have water handy and a towel. Thanks.
And it gives you like tips like onions or no, it was garlic produces like
Onions.
Yeah.
Sounds
Something.
like onions.
Yeah. Something about garlic producing like this specific like
Yeah.
chemical or whatever.
Allison or something.
Allison,
I don't
that
know how
was
to.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what about it.
It
But...
said it wards off vampires.
Vampires,
I was
yeah.
like, why is it saying this?
Oh, it was talking about why it smells like that is because it gives
Oh.
off Allison.
But I was like, that was the only little tip. I was like, why are they showing us this? Like,
Yeah.
what does this have to do with fitness?
But it's really nice because, like, yesterday was day 2 for us. Well, for you. Day 1 for me. And it was like, they always say that the second day is the hardest. Keep pushing through. I know you can do it. It's just, like, a really
Yeah.
nice game.
It's like very aware, I guess, of what it is. I don't. It's like,
It's aware that people don't like working out.
yeah, it's like, and it's aware that you're gonna do this for a few minutes and then put it down and then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
And-
something that you're just gonna grind out on one session.
Yeah, and once you complete a world or something, it's like, do you want to continue exercising or do you want to call it quits for today and do some cool down stretches?
Yeah.
It tells you not to push yourself too hard. I don't know. It's kind of nice if you like have a hard time being motivated or something.
Yeah. Well, and that was. I'm gonna back up a little bit because, like, basically, when you click into one of the modes, it basically asks you to warm up, and the warm up, from what I've noticed, I've played it 3 days now: Friday, Saturday, and then now today, Sunday. The warm up has been the same every single time. It's just like a basic, like, full body warm up. It's like really, you're doing leg lifts, you're like raising your hands and stretching from side to side. It's just a bunch of like dynamic warm up type things. And then of course you get into the adventure mode, or you go into quick play, you go into custom mode, and you do whatever you're gonna do there. And for me, my exercises have been like fairly difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. I've only done it one day, and also I've been sick, so it's hard to gauge like how difficult it really is, at least for me. But yesterday, like, I was sweating, not like profusely.
I've
but,
definitely sweated every single day.
But yeah, by the end of it, I was like, whew,
Yeah.
I could use a break.
Well, and the thing is, in the bottom left of the screen, there's always a clock that's showing how long you've worked out for.
Okay.
But
It
only goes when you're doing a rep. So, like, if you're like in a battle or whatever, and you're supposed to be doing like a squat, it's only gonna count the time for when you're in the low squat position.
Yeah.
When then you like stand up and are waiting to then do another squat, it's the time completely stops. So that confused me a little bit because and I almost now feel like I need to, if I see a level or I see like a game mode where it's saying you're going to be exercising for like 8 minutes. Like the one I did today, it said like estimated time of workout 8 minutes. It is actually only counting the time that you're doing the reps.
So it's more like probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was like the one I did today was like 20 minutes. When you're running in place, that's another thing that you do a lot. You start off the level and you're basically running. If you're in adventure mode, you're running in place. It's counting it there. But yeah, then when you get into like an encounter, like a little enemy fight, when you're going through all the menus and all that stuff, it's not counting time whatsoever. So, I mean, it definitely adds up. So, I mean, 8 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but like you're staying active during those times that you're not actually doing the exercise. So
Yeah.
there's a little bit of, I don't know, give and take there.
But I don't know. I did like a few in a row yesterday, just like to get. I think I only did 13-ish minutes,
Yeah.
which was close enough to
Yeah.
where I wanted to be. But it'll take you a few levels to like get in a full workout, I'd say.
Yeah. I've been doing like the first day I started with quick mode because I just wanted to see what it was. And if you go into quick play, there's just all these different, basically body
And,
areas.
like, legs.
Yeah, it's like upper
cardio,
body, lower
yoga.
body, yeah, your core.
Yeah.
There's one for posture, which I thought was interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is.
There's all these different categories if you go into quick play, and it cuts out all of the adventure stuff. I don't think you run in place at all if you're doing quick play, but it just isolates it to a
Don't you think you would run in place for like cardio?
well,
or
like yeah,
something?
the aerobic one maybe.
I think it just depends on what
Yeah,
exercise.
I guess I did upper
workout.
body one, so I guess I can't say exactly. But forgot where I was going with this.
Sorry. For
But
blowing my nose. Also, when you're still in adventure mode,
Yeah.
there are things that you can like shoot with an air blast while you're running.
Oh yeah.
So like you can press the ring in together to shoot an air blast. You can shoot it downward to jump, or you can shoot it at things like boxes.
Yeah, there's
to
like
get
crates.
coins.
They have coins in them.
My first impulse was to shoot the deer that was running around, and
That's-
you can hit them and they squeal, and it's really funny.
That's the part that I thought was so weird because like it just drops you in this open area, you're on a rail, and literally the first thing on your left that it says, hey, you can like press in to shoot. The very first thing you see is an animal.
I
So
was
it's like
hell yeah.
it's like, am I supposed to be shooting these? This feels so wrong, but sure.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything if you shoot them. They just squeal.
They
and
just run away.
You get some calories burned.
Yeah.
They know
But-
what they're doing.
Yeah, in each level it's kind of cool because there's like three little special tokens that you're basically, in my mind, they give you like a lot of experience, but for me it's like a red coin type of thing in Mario. It's like
Fine.
they're like the green stars in Mario Run or whatever. It's like the thing that you're trying to get if you're trying to 100% it. And they definitely get harder to get in the levels that I've been playing like lately, because there's some things where if you're not running correctly or running fast enough, or like doing the little power jump where you aim the ring at the ground and like shoot it to give you like a blast of air for like a more powerful jump, like you won't go onto the track with the special items. You'll like fall into a pit, which takes you onto like another path or something.
Yeah.
Like you still go through the level, you don't lose any hearts or anything, but you just don't get to go through that, I guess, route of the level, the special route.
Right.
So that's at least interesting. It's definitely nice for like replayability. I definitely want to try to at least get those in every single level, because when I completed the first world, I noticed that there was a percentage. The first world is very easy to get all the special tokens in, so I ended up getting 100%, but I don't know if it just said 100% because you've beaten all the levels within the world, or if it takes those into consideration. So that's something you'll have to see, because I definitely missed some. I'm in World 2 now. I definitely missed some in one of the levels, so I'll have to see once I beat this world what my percentage is. So yeah.
So you brought up replayability, and that was kind of my big question.
Yeah.
Is whether do you know how many worlds there are, and
I don't
At
know.
at
Um,
this point, once you finish, do you feel like going back and playing a world it's dumb, or is
well,
worked out like
um, that's the thing. I did notice that there is an option in the settings to reset. I don't know if it's the current world you're on or all worlds, but it's basically just a way to delete your progress. Um, but it would be interesting because I guess one of the things we haven't talked about yet is the difficulty. Um, it asks you when you're first starting, like how often you work out. It's like I work out a ton, I work out a little bit, I work out
Um,
some, or I work out like none at all. And then your next option is how much of like a challenge you want it to be. It's like intense. Um, I don't know the exact words it uses, but it basically it's like a scale of four different options,
mhm.
basically intense to easy. And it gives you a difficulty based off that. My difficulty was 20. I don't know what range it is. So the first day, I guess I was playing at difficulty 20, and then when I started it up for day two, I thought this was really smart too. It asked me how sore I was and what I thought about the exercises from the day before, and asked me basically, do I want to ramp it up? Do I want to keep it the same? Do I want to make it easier? So I decided I'll see what it's like if it was a little bit harder, and it bumped me up two difficulty levels to 22. Um, so now I guess I'm playing adventure mode on difficulty 22. But basically, I'm saying all of that to say maybe it could be replayable if you want to challenge yourself. Like, let's say you get through it all and you've beaten it on difficulty 22, maybe.
yeah,
If then, like, you want to increase your difficulty, like maybe to 25 or something, and then go back to the very beginning of adventure mode, do like slightly less reps, but at now a harder difficulty, and work your way up, and then just keep progressing that way. I don't know.
would that would that be boring? I guess is the fun in it
Um,
the fact that the levels are new and whatnot, or is the fact that you're just playing a game the fun in it?
I,
So
it'd be hard to say. They did a really good job, in my opinion, of like gamifying it, so that like right now it doesn't seem like boring at all, and when the only thing I have to compare this to is just working out without all of the visuals and all the video gameness. I mean, I don't see why someone wouldn't prefer to do this and then reset rather than just doing these exact same exercises with nothing.
Mhm.
when you compare it that way, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, um, and it is. I mean, it does vary. Like when you get into a battle, you can pick which exercises that you want to use to defeat the enemies, or you can pick random. I've just been doing random because, in a way, I don't want to like lean towards some exercises over others. I just want to get like a widespread variety of them. So I think that would be another way of keeping it fresh. And just like to me, it's like easier if it just tells me what I need to do. I don't want to pick and then again get into like, oh, this is my preferred exercise. This is easiest for me. Whatever. I just
Right.
kind of wanted to like throw me a curveball and just say, do this.
Yeah, because
That's
otherwise
what
I'd
keeps
say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I assume that keeps it interesting, and so you don't go through a routine. You don't feel like you're just dragging through routine.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Like, if you want to go through at least a routine, like I think then like you could just be like, if you wanted to plan out your week, like, oh, I want to do this muscle set this day, another one another day. Like, I think that's where like quick play and like the custom workouts like are really aimed for anyways.
Yeah.
Because like another thing is you can set alarms on your Switch, which is really crazy. Um,
And it'll even do them when it's in sleep mode.
yeah. Um, it'll just pop your Switch on as like in a notification. It'll be like workout.
Does it use the little LED on the controller?
I don't know. I haven't actually seen the alarm go off, but I'm gonna test that out. Because when you start up the alarm, it just basically opens up like a calendar interface, and you basically can just pick like a day of the week and a time to set a reoccurring alarm. So I'll have to check that out.
And I know your TV doesn't do this, but my TV I've got hooked up so that the TV turns on when I turn the Switch on. So I
Right.
presume if I were that, my whole
Yeah.
TV would.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it should in theory, which would be an even better reminder if that's what you want the alarm to act as.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super cool. Like I just kept thinking to myself the entire time I was playing it, like I want more of this, like in the realm of exercise video games or whatever. Like
if gyms were structured more like an arcade or something,
Yeah.
I would work out all the time. Yeah.
what and it's just like it's so cool that like it tracks every single exercise you go to, because then like once you get done, no matter where you do the exercise, you always go back to your profile and it tracks how many you've done. So I mean, like now that I've done it for 3 days, like just like the simple motions where you're just pressing in, I'm in like the hundreds on. So like it'd be interesting to see like in like a month from now where I'm at, like in the thousands or something, like, and then plus the ranking system, of course, that it's going to keep people competitive to keep pumping those numbers up. I don't know.
I'm mostly curious to see how well it keeps up. Like you said, a month from now, 2 months from now.
Yeah.
If you guys keep doing it and keep feeling like you're sore, it's doing something, then
I
that would be amazing.
I woke up this morning and I was sore.
Yeah, I'm a little sore. Like in my chest area,
Yeah.
like back here.
Your
Here.
chest area.
Yeah,
That's
chest.
just from
Yeah.
Well, it's because like you start off, and let's see, one of the exercises that got me the most
Was pulling out.
was, yeah, we did this one where it was just like a mini game basically, and it was like the first one we did was how many times can you press in like this in like what 30 seconds or something.
Something. And it was hard.
So you're just going like this. But based off the difficulty that you have it set at, you have to press it in like a certain amount for it to actually register.
Yeah.
And this motion isn't
It's not.
that hard,
Yeah.
but like this one where you're pulling out, for whatever reason,
It's
that's
so much harder.
way more difficult to me. So it's just like this, and then combined with this, and then it has you do it like over your head,
That's
pressing.
the worst one.
This one just like kills my shoulders.
He kept doing random, and it kept picking that one for him.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna die.
I'm trying to think what else. It has you do squats.
Hmm. I like chair
Um,
pose.
You
like
chair pose, which is like a yoga pose. You
Uh-huh.
you squat slightly, you keep it above your head. On
And
your
then you
out
just-
breaths, you go down, and then on your in breaths, you go up
Yeah.
slowly.
And then it also has you do like, what's the one where it's like you do this with your legs?
Oh, like leg raises basically.
Yeah.
You actually put this part, the ring, on the ground. You don't even use it.
And then you lay down and put your arms a little bit behind you, and then you like do this with your legs.
Yeah, so it's all the left Joy-Con that's on your thigh is like the starting position is when with your legs both out, and you have to like wait 3 seconds, and it like I guess calibrates that it's laying what your flat is, and then when you lift your legs up, it counts a rep.
Yeah, I didn't really think about the leg Joy-Con doing anything, but now that I think to my own experience working out and doing like leg lifts and stuff like that is what sucks the most, but it's also the easiest to cheat,
Yeah.
and you could not cheat
Right.
because of that.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, like, just the resistance training aspect of the pushing in and pulling out the ring is very different to me because I've never really done any real resistance training like that with bands or anything. So it's definitely using stuff that I've never used before, which is making me sore.
Oh, one thing we didn't mention was you level up
Yeah.
and you just got to level 5 and it adds exercises to the moves that you can do when you're battling.
Yeah.
So you gain more exercises to do as you continue playing.
Yeah. It starts you off with pretty basic ones.
Yeah.
Like when I got to I think level 5, it did one where you're basically doing the same thing as this, but it's down at your waist. So instead of working your deltoids, it's working like your pecs down here.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'll be interested to see what muscle groups it adds as you keep going.
Cool.
So yeah, it is.
Play this game and you'll get buff.
I'd be interested to see what is going to happen with this.
Oh wait, just kidding, because there was a loading screen that was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if you're worried about getting too buff, don't worry. Bodybuilders need personal trainers and work out constantly, so you can't do that by accident with this game.
Yeah, that was one of the funnier tips.
So, if you're worried about
So-
being like Drago and being a total beefcake,
Yeah, don't worry.
you're not going to be.
Fair enough. I'm interested. You can sell me on it. Just
Do it for Drago.
yeah.
So yeah, the very first day before we played, I wanted to get, because it does ask you your weight. So I got on the scale, I weighed myself, and then like our scale also shows like your body fat percentage, like all these different metrics.
Mhm.
So who knows how accurate they really are, but I'm definitely going to be I want to be comparing them like a month out from now.
Mhm. I also thought it was kind of
Or are
funny when you were
possibly
in.
gonna eat healthier doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was going to say. Like, I do want to start trying to eat healthier, but like
Well, you
that
gotta
kind of
stop
ruins
snacking at
that ruins
work.
the experiment, I suppose. You're changing too many variables.
But oh, what was I gonna say now? Oh, that's right. I thought it was funny when you have to put in all of your statistics or whatever to
Yeah.
begin. It says on one of the screens, here are the things that we will be sharing the data with, like Nintendo or something.
Oh, I didn't even notice
Blah,
that.
blah, blah. And it says, we do not share your weight. Don't worry.
I didn't see that.
It's like, cool.
Thanks.
They're going to do really dangerous information with that.
I don't know. Some
Honest.
people are they're very
know.
self-conscious about that.
I
So
know.
Yeah, you've named a bunch of little features that are like things that normally like I wouldn't think they'd think of,
Mhm.
but it seems like they really thought this through very well.
yeah,
Like,
and that's one of the things that I find most interesting. It's like every little thing that I have thought could make this possibly go wrong, like looks like they've thought
They've
of.
got all their bases covered. It's very, like, positive and, like,
Yeah,
self-affirming.
it's very encouraging
Yeah.
while you're playing it, which is cool.
Very gentle with the user. So.
So it's a
10
good
out of
game.
10. Would recommend.
we'll have an update episode in maybe
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, we'll see. Looking forward, I do want to try to one beat adventure mode, see what that how difficult that is, and then like possibly structure like a weekly routine out of quick play or something, or the custom mode. I want to see how, if that is difficult enough. I'm guessing it will be based off how difficult it is now and the fact that you can increase difficulty, which basically, what I've seen, increasing difficulty basically just increases the number of reps you're doing, which I mean is one way of increasing difficulty, especially if you're doing resistance training. You're not going to like add weight onto this or something.
Yeah.
So, that's what I want to try to do. I want to one, try to beat adventure mode, and then two, try to structure like a weekly routine based off like muscle groups or something, on like chest on Monday, like aerobic on Tuesday, something like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see going forward what it looks like. I do want to, like I said, I want to continue this for like a year to see what happens.
I would also be curious if you, I don't know if you go to the gym at all, if you have maxes or any like standard weight.
Right.
I can't think of words, but if those go up, if you get better, just at like
Yeah,
normal
I mean, I could try
steps.
that. I mean, we have a set of dumbbells at home. I could see what what I can do on some of those exercises and then compare it like in a year.
As well.
We'll see. We'll do some experiments. We'll report back. So yeah, Ring Fit Adventure is super cool.
Tight.
It's a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I
honestly.
thought it was gonna be really lame, but I
It's
like
no
it.
Wii Fit, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't. Did you even play Wii Fit? I never played Wii Fit. Wait, I had the
You
balance
had
board.
the balance board, so you must have had it. I feel like we played around with it at your house, but
Probably just made fun of it.
yeah, honestly. I never had it, but
Yeah.
I've definitely been to a couple people's house who did have it, and it did not seem anything near as intense as this is.
No.
So yeah,
Or
you guys want to talk Pokemon?
No.
No?
something happened.
Yeah, something happened.
We were right. It was Ponyta. Oh wait.
We already talked about that.
Well, we were
Yeah.
double right.
So when did this happen? Was it like a Wednesday or Thursday of last week? There was like a little 4-minute, 2-minute video.
Oh, yeah.
In the morning?
This week.
Just an update video. They've been good about doing updates recently with this new game. Really, they just showed off some Gigantamax Pokemon. Some new ones that they hadn't showed off before. Let me pull up a list of what they showed off. So, they showed off Gigantamax Charizard. Have you seen all these yet, Brock?
Looks.
I have.
good.
I did look at him.
Yeah. That looks super cool.
It's very lava-y.
Yeah. Its wings basically are fire lava.
Has fire leaking out of its mouth and its horns.
Yep.
It's
Wasn't
like
there like a Charizard that was not Gigantamax, but whatever you did in X and Y?
oh, Mega Evolved.
Yeah, something like that. There was a Charizard version of that, right?
There were two.
Yeah, Charizard had two. It had version exclusives. It was one of the only ones that had an X version and a Y version.
Yeah,
basically.
I was just gonna say like Charizard is like the easy thing. Like if you want to get people hyped for something,
Yeah.
do something to Charizard that's gimmicky.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves Charizard.
But those ones had like armor on them, didn't they?
Not armor, but they did look different. Like one of the Charizards.
Y had like bigger wings
Yeah.
and a longer horn on top, and
Yeah.
then
It looked like more aerodynamic,
Yeah.
basically.
X was blue and black, and it had like blue flames coming out of its mouth, which is like I think the cooler one in most people's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
different. It was a variant for sure, but no armor or anything per se. So yeah, this one has like basically flames coming out of the tips of its like horns. It has like flame wings instead of like the typical blue and orange wings, and then like it has like kind of like instead of
Scales.
its like circle being like just very like hard line from like the white stomach to like orange. It's like crackly almost looking.
Yeah, it looks more like scales.
Yeah, and it has some like scale looking things on its like kneecaps and things.
Yeah. It's basically just crazy like
Yeah.
like I heard, I think it was Austin John Plays or something, where it was like, this is probably what they wanted to do with Charizard if they had like the technology and graphics to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So all of these have special moves, or special abilities once you Gigantamax them.
Yeah, Charizard is like, it hurts you for 4 turns, kind of like Fire Spin or something.
Yeah, it's called G-Max Wildfire.
It looks like a bird.
Yeah. We also got Gigantamax Pikachu.
Which is fat Pikachu
Yeah.
with a
Big boy.
a glowing tail.
Yeah,
It's
its
really
tail is
long.
like basically a lightning bolt, but
Yeah.
like way more of the zigzags going up
Yeah.
than normal. Like basically it got all the way from the clouds, zigzag, 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 all the way down to its butt.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. We love a fat Pikachu. Its move paralyzes all Pokemon, including ground type, which is crazy.
Yeah, ground type. That kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting. Also had Eevee.
Yeah. Eevee is just like angry and also long ears and fluffier neck.
Yeah, its neck's tuft is like crazy out of
Yeah.
control.
Honestly, Eevee's pretty lame.
Yeah, I thought they could do more, but I didn't know like what
Yeah.
exactly.
Its move is also terrible. It's basically just attract. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah.
And it's
Um,
only opposite gender, right?
Yeah.
And you get Pikachu and Eevee from your Let's Go files.
Yeah, so if you have Let's Go Eevee, you get. I don't know if you get. I wasn't certain if you get the actual Pokemon or if you get an item that allows you to Gigantamax all Eevees or something like that.
I have no idea.
So yeah,
You guys aren't getting no fat Pikachu.
I know. I'm sad. We only get Eevee.
We pick what's coolest based on the surface, but we always get snubbed in the end.
Is that right?
Well, yeah, because, like, we're getting Sword, and Shield has all the cooler Pokemon, but Sword had, like, the cooler Legendary.
I guess.
And we
We'll
picked
see.
Eevee, because Eevee's cute. Better than stupid Pikachu.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
whoa,
I have
whoa,
unpopular
whoa,
opinions.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Get over it.
All right, we've also got Gigantamax Butterfree.
It's, like, kind of furry around its body, like, behind it, and
Yeah.
it's got big, glowing wings.
Yeah.
Did it show off its Gigantamax move? Oh, yeah, it,
yeah.
like, paralyzes, poisons, or puts to sleep.
Yeah, it's like random, I think.
Mhm.
So that'll be neat. As a
And then-
pre-order bonus,
You get Long Boy Meowth
yep, you get Meowth
With
Gigantamax.
Payday.
Yeah, it's
essentially.
basically payday. You get its move is you get more money or the in-game currency
Yeah.
after a battle.
Yep.
So there's that.
Does- So would that include like preloading through the eShop too?
Yeah, I wish. You get coins where you can buy actual games.
But I want to know.
Like you get the bonus. For
Oh, yeah.
What I want to know is, does Long Boy Meowth translate into Long Boy Persian?
That's what I was curious about. Like if you, let's say you have the Pikachu and then you evolve it into Raichu, is it just going to lose its Gigantamax ability?
It turns into Pika Blue.
Basically. Yeah, same thing with Meowth. Like,
Yeah.
you evolve it into Persian, it's just like, oh, this Pokemon sucks now.
Who
Who
knows?
evolves now?
Or maybe.
Well, and with the Eevees, like Vaporeon and
Yeah, that's true.
all of those, like,
I get the feeling that you just get a specific Pokemon and then it can't evolve.
I don't
That
know.
would make no sense. Because they can't possibly make a Gigantamax for all of the Eevee.
No.
That'd be way too many.
And especially, like, everyone's been speculating that they're gonna make a new Evolution too, which maybe that one will have a.
I don't think they're doing that.
Really? I could see
They would
them
have. I
doing
feel
a
like they
dragon.
would already have shown that off.
I don't know. I'm
Nah.
hopeful. I want a dragon one. That would be so cool and so like appropriate.
Yeah, this would be the region to do it, but I really think they would have already shown it off. I think it's gonna be that you have an item, because like you know when you were mega evolving, you
Mhm.
got like the Garchomp, whatever,
Garchompite.
Mega Stone or whatever,
Yeah.
Garchompite, and it was like for that specific Pokemon. I think that's exactly how it's gonna be. It's gonna be like, you got the Eevee Gigantamax Stone.
Mhm.
It only works on Eevee.
That's pretty stupid.
I don't think it's gonna be tied to like the specific Pokemon. I think it's gonna be an item that it's reusable that you can use on like some sort of like bracelet thing you get.
I just feel like that's so dumb because like nobody wants to just have Eevee or just Pikachu or just Meowth. I mean, I'm sure some
I mean, if
people
it's
do,
competitive, like maybe.
but like their stats are terrible compared to their evolution. So
Yep.
if that's how they do it, I'm not down, but that's fine. I don't have to be.
So basically, these 5 that got shown off, basically get added to like the existing list of Gigantamax Pokemon that was already out there. We have already seen Gigantamax Corviknight, Gigantamax Alcremie, and Gigantamax Dreadnought. So currently there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pokemon that we know of that can Gigantamax.
Did we ever talk about Alcremie having like a bunch of different forms?
I don't think so, but yeah,
Okay, this
go
is
for
real
it.
late to the news, but Alcremie has like a bunch of different forms that it can have. Like, it can be blue or pink or have strawberries or like pecha berries or something. Like, it has
Yeah.
a bunch of different
Different variants.
variations, which I thought was really cool and makes me hungry.
So one thing also that I want to bring up here is there was a 90-minute or 2-hour playthrough things that people could now release based off the date.
Yep.
So we've been seeing a lot of Pokemon stuff. I didn't watch any of it because I'm just going to wait until the game comes out. Since it's so soon. I mean, like, if it was like months ago and this information was coming out, maybe I would have watched it. But since we're so close, just like within a few weeks, I'm just going to leave it a mystery for myself. But one thing that I did see is some people were showing off like the floor of one of these train stops or something, and
Oh, yeah.
it shows Pokemon kind of coming out in this radial design, and the Pokemon are Pikachu, Charizard, Butterfree. All of these just got shown off with a Gigantamax form.
Yeah, and then
One of them
Machamp.
is hidden. People are speculating it's Eevee,
Yeah.
because why not? It was one of these that just got shown
Yeah,
off.
But Machamp and Gengar
Yeah.
are the other two.
Machamp and Gengar
And
are
Gengar
also.
Gengar has been shown in like all the Gigantamax, Dynamax, and whatever.
Yeah, like if you go back and watch the Gigantamax video that we were just talking about, where it showed all these new Pokemon, Pikachu, Charizard, all of these, it's always like a doubles battle, and Gengar is always just there for some reason.
That would be pretty cool.
So yeah, people are speculating Gengar and Machamp Gigantamax, which will be super cool. Like,
it makes me wonder though, like what the significance of those Pokemon are, or if this
I
is
think
just
it's
like
just Gen
an easy
1. I think it's
part.
just like, that's what I was saying, like, in a previous episode. Like, I feel like Gen 1's going to get a lot of love, because, like, I don't know.
I'm so tired of Gen 1 love.
It's what sells.
I know it is, but I wish they would
That
get
Gen
something
1
else.
love. They got to get all the old players back in.
The old players are here.
They've been here.
They've been here the whole time. That's probably like most of their fan base at this point.
And some more evidence, before I forget, more evidence for that Machamp Gengar thing is in one of the rooms at the beginning. What's your rival's name?
Hop. It's
Yeah.
suspected. I at least suspect it to be Hop's room because there's like a little framed picture of Leon, who is the champion, like
Who's
doing
his
a little-
brother,
yeah,
right?
doing like a little goofy face. But in the room, there's 3 framed photographs.
There's Charizard.
Charizard,
Machamp,
and
and then Gengar.
And like they're shown as really blown up and big, and in the background are like small buildings.
Yeah.
So that hints at like
They're like
gigantic
towering over the
insane.
buildings.
Yeah,
And their eyes are like
red.
that reddish purple that all the Gigantamax
Yeah.
Pokemon have, that swirling kind of energy around them.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they'll probably be big boys in this game.
Yeah, Machamp's gonna have like literally
7
50 arms.
I don't know why 7.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna have
an
an odd number.
odd number.
There's an arm coming out of its head.
One out of its head.
Yeah.
What's that? Isn't there like a Hindu, like, I don't know, with a lot of arms, like a Hindu? I don't know.
Yes.
It'll be that.
So yeah, we probably will see more. I don't know if they're gonna show those off before the game comes out though, because it's coming out very soon.
Yeah. Coming out on the 15th. We thought it was like the 20th or the 25th.
I kept having the 25th in my head, but I feel like that was for something that came out in September, like Dragon Quest or something.
Yeah. But it's very soon. I'll probably fail grad school, but that's okay. It's for Pokemon, so it's worth it.
Right.
Always worth it.
Always worth it.
November
for Pokemon.
25th. Mark it on your calendars.
November 15th.
That's what I meant to say.
God.
November.
Keep it together, man. I'm sick.
Well, November 25th, just mark it. Just,
Just-
a random Wednesday.
To say, yeah.
November 25th.
Yeah.
That's when you just
And then
wait to
there's-
buy it. You wait to buy it 10 days later.
Yeah. That's when you beg your mom and dad to buy it for
For
you.
Christmas. Exactly 1 month away from Christmas.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
That's why you're gonna mark it.
Yeah.
And then you still got Luigi's Mansion on Halloween.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming up
amazing.
so quick. I almost forgot about that.
The year's almost over.
So yeah, what, in 11 days? Luigi's Mansion.
Pretty soon. I'll watch you play that.
So that'll be a good one. Yeah.
Sorry.
Then we just go into the holiday. And then we're basically 2020. We're living in a new crazy time of 2020.
Maybe we'll do another
that's
live
awesome.
podcast close to Christmas time.
Ooh, yeah.
Because we're going back home. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
What an announcement.
So next episode will be our basically 1-year anniversary episode. Did you know that?
Halloween.
I did not. I was going to ask, have we tortured the people for that long?
Yeah. We'll have to do a special I don't know, recap. Maybe a Fourshade origin story or something.
What
Whoa.
would we even say for that?
You don't know anything. Me and Brock are the lore keepers.
Well, then why am I here?
You're an
mean
added
the
party
family,
member.
Literally.
You're like the RPG
This
character
is
that comes on
stupid.
into the party at the
This is
last
so
part of the game.
stupid.
You're here just because of your hoodie.
Yep.
Let's face it.
Yep. So yeah, let's we'll figure out something to do for the 1 year anniversary. For the spooky
Can we-
episode.
We're gonna
We're gonna gigantic Dax.
We're gonna gigantamax Poe.
Fat Poe.
He's
Fat
already
Pikachu.
there.
I know I'm gonna be eating cake, so
Ooh. A 1 year anniversary cake, a little birthday cake.
Just
great.
A green cake.
that sounds so
with the green
sad.
Fourshade colors in
No, that sounds so sad because Brock's gonna just be eating cake by
it.
himself.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
That sounds awesome.
A whole cake alone.
Give me a cake, I'll eat it alone.
I mean,
I
And then I'll go and play Ring Fit Adventure for 5 hours.
You're right. What am I thinking?
Can you live stream that and I can just pretend to do the motions? Just
That will.
this
I'll.
is so easy.
We'll do a live stream of just eating cake. See how much of a. I'm gonna go to like the grocery store and get like a cake made. See how much of the cake we can
It's
eat.
gonna be 3-tiered.
So good.
All right, it's settled.
Alright, I'm about to blow my nose again, so we should probably wrap this up.
All right, this has been the Fourshade Studios podcast, episode 24. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace.